Troy Rourke right here at Springfield IL Homes for Sale.com. This is the web show where we answer all of your real estate questions, no matter how large, how tiny, easy to do. All right here where it says leave a reply or comment, and your question there, and we will answer it as soon as we can. Also, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook and stumble us and subscribe to the page. I got a phone call yesterday, a very normal real estate phone call. Hi, Troy, I'm sitting out in front of your listing on XYZ. Can we go see it? So we set up a showing for later in the day. But then the guy called me back a couple hours later and he said, Troy, I cannot go and look at this house with you. I said, well, why not? And he said, well, look, I've bought a bunch of houses over the years and I've got a realtor that I've worked with and I really need to be working with this other realtor because we get along great and he's my guy. And I said, that is perfectly fine. Of course you should work with that person. So they made an appointment, they went and saw it, they like it, and we're going to see what happens. But it occurs to me that there's lots of people out there who don't necessarily understand how agency works when you are the buyer of a property. So, 3 things I think you really need to know. 1, when you hire a realtor to help you out with the purchase of a property, what you're really doing is you're hiring their brokerage firm. And then their brokerage firm is turning around and making that realtor that you've chose the designated agent for that transaction. Okay? That's not the way it used to be. The way it used to be is, believe it or not, both agents, whether they were working with a buyer or not, were legally working for the seller. Okay? But here in Illinois now, we have what's called designated agency, which means you're signing a contract to work with the brokerage firm, and then that brokerage firm makes the realtor that you have chosen your designated agent. Okay? The next thing you need to know is you don't want to necessarily, it's not good practice for a buyer to drive around, find 5 houses they like, call the phone number on each of those signs, talk to that agent, say I want you to meet me at this house, and then deal with 5 agents at the same time. Okay? At some point in the process, you're going to have to pick one. Then you're going to have 4 ruffled feathers, maybe even more. So you really, really need to pick a realtor that you know, like, and trust early in the process. Okay? It'll make your life a heck of a lot easier down the road. Now, if you don't have a realtor, you should probably interview a few. Look, give me a call. I would be happy to interview for that position. I have a whole bunch of satisfied clients that I'm happy to give you the contact information for so you can ask people firsthand what kind of work I do. The third thing, and this is the thing that really surprises me that more people don't understand, at least here in our area. I know it's different in other places, and it's not necessarily like this for every transaction, but for the most part, a buyer does not pay for the commission for their agent. Okay? What happens is the seller of a particular property puts up a commission rate that they've negotiated with their agent, with their listing agent. And then the buyer's agent and the seller's agent negotiate the way they're going to split that commission up at the end. Okay? So a buyer very, very often does not pay any commission on their buyer's agent. That's comes out of the seller's commission that they agreed to sell the house at, and then the seller and the buyer's agent decide on a split, how they're going to split it up. It's not like that for everything, okay? But for a majority of the transactions out there, that is the way it's done. Look, there's a lot of other things that you got to know when it comes to working with an agent and you're buying a house. Contact us right here at the page, or you can give us a call. Contact information is right here on the page. And we can explain agency to you at length so you know. But those are 3 things that, are very often not understood. I thought you should probably know. Hey, thanks a lot for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.